Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and I think the UAE in terms of demographics. Egypt on this chart is green. You can see sort of a younger audience among the Egyptian population, whereas the oldest in this case is the Saudi and the Emirati population on Facebook. So that's interesting intelligence. Of course, then you go into things like football, and I'm comparing some sort of football nations, Poland, Netherlands, Egypt in this case. You can see Egyptians, again, are green on this chart, really, really love football. Listening, we do listening, sort of the Radian 6 equivalent, UTF-8, we support even Chinese, even Arabic, anything. And last but not least, this week we're launching a new builder, and this is a really interesting tool. Part of it, the publishing side of it, will be free, so that's a good news. And we see all the social management tools out there like Hootsuite and Buddy Media and Vitru. The bigger enterprise tools like Buddy Media, they're way too expensive for a market like Egypt. You just there's no way you're going to pay $8,000 a month for a tool that will just manage your posts. That's not going to happen. And the Hootsuites of this world, as fine as they are, they don't really allow you to manage sort of the page properly. So we see it when you're managing a page, you want to see your sent things and you want to see your competition. And you want to see it side by side. That's why on the left side you have competition and the sent things that you send out, and it's real time. So a competitor sends something and you know you have a very big overlap of fans with that competitor, and we'll talk about overlap maybe next time on how to identify those. But that's important to monitor. And the publishing side, I am really frustrated when I manage my social presence. When I go to Twitter, I don't want to send a tweet out to my Facebook fans. So I have to go to Twitter, I have to go to Facebook, I have to go to LinkedIn, I sometimes go to Google+, rarely, but do. And it's just really, really hard to manage all these channels. It's really, really, it takes, if you want to post maybe once or twice or 3 times a day, it just takes you like 5 minutes to post it in these channels properly. And, God forbid I'm a brand, or God forbid a media company. Because if you're a media company, you're posting like 5-10 times a day. It's like the only thing you're doing is just whopping from Twitter, from Facebook to LinkedIn. And anybody do that? Yeah, a couple hands. So we decided to change that experience, and with our builder, we basically, when you want to post on more networks, you write your core content piece. And let's say I want to publish it to Twitter and Facebook now. So I write the core content piece, I put in maybe the link, and I expand it to 2. So I take the post and it'll actually duplicate, and I'll be able to send one to Twitter and one to Facebook, but I'll just write it once and then publish it to both at the same time. And if I have 3 Twitter accounts, I won't have to send it or schedule it for 2 o'clock today, because I don't want 3 of my Twitter accounts to put it up at 3 o'clock. I want one of them to put it out at 3 o'clock, I want one of them to put it out at 3:30, and one of them to put it out at 4 p.m. because it's stupid to send it out to 3 accounts at the same time. You have to delay it, and none of the tools on the market really allow proper post management in social media. And we really focused on the experience of this being great. So, summarization. We talked about what we've learned today, sort of how to measure and figure out engagement. Social is a content-driven network. If you don't have proper, dedicated content budgets, get them. If your agency, go talk to the brand, get a content budget. Get a dedicated content budget for a social team. You don't want to pull in ads in there every day, every morning. You want to create dedicated, regional, local content that is relevant for the consumer, that is both funny on one side, but at the same time converting. We haven't talked about content types, but that is something, you have always, yes, you can be more viral with more funny things, but you also want to create something that is viral, engaging, but also create something around brand recognition. So that's critical. And key platforms to focus on, obviously, talked about that. And we've talked about some of the companies that make different types of money and different types of process in their social media. So if you want to, come and talk to us. We're here, so we're happy to be here. I'm actually leaving at at 1:30, so you better catch me quickly. I have Caesar here, who's going to do an afternoon, more detailed presentation on some of the features. And with that, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you very much, Jan, because he accepted our invitation and come to Egypt. He is our guest of honor for the event. I want to remind you that we will have a workshop, a detailed workshop about social bakers at the end of today for 1.5 hours. Please don't miss it. It's very impressive. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you very much.